Terry Crews here, and I'm Tyler Beast, and I'm here with my special guest, Kids Clover, for tonight's NBA Game of the Night. We are super excited to have this one for our big range because this is where we are seeing things in. It's the Boston Celtics, and they are taking on against Philadelphia 76ers.
One of the biggest of the showdowns here, since this is my favorite kind of nightlife, I will definitely see what's going on with those two. But the Philadelphia Sixers definitely have a little bit of a rough start in the start of the season. And because I was noticing that they really couldn't play that much, we didn't really think they were going to try to win off optimally. But as we've seen a little bit of change off in here since Joel Embiid's back, we're talking about Kristaps Porzingis and see if he can handle it for his own attack. Hopefully, there probably might be another way to get through.
And now for a little bit of the take-in, I have it for you, Clover. What is your take here for the Boston Celtics, and do you think they will win during the away game?
Well, I probably would say so. I mean, I have a lot of my range here for Boston Celtics. They're absolutely doing so well. But there's another great chance. I mean, everything you have to call for Jason Tatum and your team, they'd be knocking down with a bunch of shots. I have a lot of great things about Jason Tatum and their team. Since after playing their All-Star games, they've really wanted to see if they can definitely try to win it all. I have a little bit of faith on this team because this is definitely what I always can remember. And hopefully by then, it'll be great enough to hear.
I have a little bit to take for the Sixers here, but there's one way I've got to say here, Clover, that Boston Celtics got to make a good comeback rally scores since they've already been down here for like a couple quarters before halftime. While the Sixers are already in the lead spot, the Celtics have found another way to make a comeback. It was all for Jason Tatum, and he was knocking things in. He couldn't believe it that he was really up to a shot. And how could you remember this one? Well, there's one way that's going to change things happening.
Well, I know it's definitely going to happen now. But as I mentioned before, I think Celtics might be able to win it. They're number 2 spot in the Eastern Conference, but the lowest ranked was number 12 for the Sixers. It's going to happen that much. Anything.
Well, as we see things before, Boston Celtics are going to be one of our biggest supports. Let's hope there is a great game to that.
Indeed.
Starting head coaches right in between of Joe Mazzulla from the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, Nick Nurse. Here are the starting lineups for the Boston Celtics. We have this Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, JT, and KP as Kristaps Porzingis.
Now here's my take on that side of it. Philadelphia 76ers, the rookie of the player, TM for Tyrese Maxey, cleared the trade line. After playing with the Clippers, he is now with the young team, Paul George. Number 8, Kelly Oubre Jr., then Justin Edwards, and finally, the process has returned on the court, Joel Embiid.
So that's it. Looks like it's time to get this thing settled in. My next commentaries of the group I will have across here is Son of Beast. He's along with Me Phone 4, and a third commentary of the crew. Give a good old support to Silver Spoon. And finally, the center court is David Aldridge. We'll see you all back later, folks, for the post-game show.
Ever at halftime? Well, there might be one way it happens for it.
Let's get the game started. And hopefully, it's going to be great than ever. Celtics, Sixers, coming up next on 2K Sports.
See you later, everybody.
Scott Oak here, PA announcer for the Sacramento Kings. And it's time to see your contenders for the top play of the week. Let's get into the wreck with T-Suit. Working out the handles in the mid-range with 1, 2, and 3 crossovers. We're going to need a timeout and an ankle x-ray. Also, check out these 3 other defenders with a block attempt. No luck there. Way to make your own layup package right here. Here's Mr. Snarf in the wreck. They lose the ball down 2. Pokes the ball free and lets it go. 3 with under 2 seconds. That swipe and shot had a near zero likelihood, but they seal the game in spectacular fashion. 5 seconds of absolute madness. Hit a button and choose your favorite play. You've been making great plays, and we want to see them. Send them on social with the hashtag 2KTVWOW and your gamer tag. We're on the lookout. See you next week for the top play of Season 4 vote. I'll have 100,000 VC check to send out to the winner. I've just got to find some stamps to mail it. Where are those things? See ya.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the biggest moment of the showdown between Boston and Philadelphia. Ready to rock things up and go for the warm-up. Greetings everyone in downtown Philadelphia, I'm Son of Peace, and welcome to the Game of the Night presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with my broadcast partner with me, Phone 4 and Silver Spoon, and David Aldridge on the center court. Tonight we see Jason Tatum as the Boston Celtics take on against Joel Embiid of the process, the 76ers. Nick Nurse and Joe Mazzulla are the starting head coaches for the team. With our starting group, we have the 5 that are ready to bring things on. Here are the groups here. Maxey is on Drew Holiday. Paul George is on Derek White. Jaylen Brown on Oubre Jr. And it's Tatum the process on Edwards. And finally, the key setup at center. Porzingis and 76ers Joel Embiid. We start game time as we are at Wells Fargo Center. Let the games begin. Maxey starts up here as Holiday is right on the corner as he takes it with the alley-oop pass. That first one was unsuccessful. Joel Embiid starts it down. That'll be his first dunk in the game. Now here's Holiday. He will start that one up there on the other side of the team as he sends it over to Jason Tatum. He looks it over, now finding White. White trying to get over to get a Porzingis. Here's the cut for Drew Holiday. Rolls in with a layup. Strong D by Tyrese Maxey. That's a great first start or drive out there, but didn't even seem to do something, a little bit of changing difference. I have a little bit of a confident range if they're going to do it. Tyrese Maxey gets first 2-point game pointer. Now here's Drew Holiday. He's right toward the wing. He now finds Derek White. White slows it down. He'll send it over to get a Brown. Reporter from David Aldridge have been talking through Nick Nurse about how to happen with the discovery of after he misses with his game against the Bucks. It was happened with Joel Embiid was unquestionary as Yabusele is able to try to help him out. Well, it's definitely what they were expecting to do for, and now you have no idea what's going to change because it's when really makes it over a top of the playing games. They have no idea what's going to happen. They really have left him alone, and there was no way, but he definitely had to undertake. This really took everything. What they've done for, they couldn't get that one when we started back. Yeah, I agree. I mean, this really didn't just try to change it up to. Brown from outside. Here's Jason Tatum. The start for the 3. He will make the splash in. That will be the first 3-pointer for the Celtics. Jason Tatum, the starter for the first 3-pointer. You can see the confidence out there for Jason Tatum. That really makes it a nice change. Really had to happen most of the games. George for 3. It's rebounded by Joel Embiid. Up for 2. Strong D by KP. KP slows it down. You will now find it over to Jason Tatum. Drew Holiday's in the corner. Needs some change group. Try to give some a little offensive run. The fade for Jason Tatum. He gives it over to Brown for a layup. Count the bucket. That will be his first bucket pointer for Jaylen Brown as the foul is picked up on Philadelphia. Watch what happened now. Then you can see that Jason Tatum is making it through. This is what the cut makes it in as Jaylen Brown is making a scoot and drive. He really got it all down. That really makes it a great startup play. A nice setup feed. Jason Tatum got the first assist of the night. You might have to give him all a good credit. First free throw coming up for the Boston Celtics as the counter basket for 2 for Jaylen Brown, shooting 1. And he will only make 2 pointers to have the lead, a 5-4 game. Here's George, he's right toward the wing. And here will be a foul violation on the Celtics. Jason Tatum with his first personal and their first team foul on Boston. 4:30 left to go in the first period quarter of the game. As he rolls it in, now he will try to give it over to Edwards. Edwards now finds it again to Joel Embiid. He'll find it again to Oubre Jr. Ball's hit. It's stolen by Porzingis. Here comes Tatum for the finish. Got the drive in. That will be a 2-pointer basket for Jason Tatum. He's got 5. Just how you've been mentioning it before. It's a powerful pass. Make that drive less than light. George on White. Watching it on Maxey. Screen on Joel Embiid. Here's the finish, and he's fouled. That'll be on Boston Celtics as Porzingis gets his first whistle. First team foul, and as their second puts in for Boston.
At the line for Philadelphia, Irene Maxey. 2 shots.
Maxey misses the first free throw. I have a little bit of a range here for Tyrese Maxey. When he does have some great overtakes in, you know, that status didn't really think he was going to try to let them do. With the first game happening here on February 12th, he had no points at all. Only 34 minutes on court and 5 minute points against the Toronto Raptors. Looks like the team are definitely trying to keep it all that they did. There's no other opportunity range. They're definitely going to have to leave him out. JT on the court. Philadelphia trailing by 2. Trying to give over to get a Drew Holiday. White's right toward corner. Decided to go over to Jaylen Brown. With the finish, step back for 2. Got it. Number 2-pointer for Jaylen Brown after White with the assist. That's easy step in motion. You gotta watch out Jaylen Brown if you're gonna get right to it. Maxey's on Holiday. It's stolen by Holiday. Here they come to Brown. Lost the handoff on the alley-oop pass. Oubre Jr. on him with the drive. Solid performance by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got his first rebound of the night. As he'll now try to take his own time, he will send it over to get a White. White with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. He looks to Holiday. Holiday trying to give it over to Bischoff again to Jason Tatum. Look to Porzingis over Embiid. Nice D by Embiid. That will be his first rebound. Look how hustling he did. That's the start thinking what you have to do for. Lanos just keep on coming back. Foul picks up on Boston. Derek White with his first personal. Their 13th foul has been reached. Don't start out like you do for. Paul George is getting a nice rebound after Edwards. There's no chance you can't let them do for. You don't want to try to get over by anybody. First free throw coming up for Paul George. Second trip to the free throw line for Philadelphia Sixers.
Right. 2 shots.
Misses the first free throw. New line group substitution, as we have, is Cornet, Pritchard, and Al Horford. They'll be checking in for Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Holiday, as Sam Hauser checks in for on the team. Sixers are making new changes here, as Paul George moves over to the small forward position. And he makes one in. Here's Brown. Philadelphia trailing by 3. tries to give it over to Al Horford. Pritchard decided to come in to help him out. Looks over to Horford. Around the range. Nice speed. That's a big flow by Al Horford after Pritchard with the assist. Look how comfortable out there. Al Horford got a good legendary to start off a floor drive with the secondary group. I got a little bit of a great range to have that in. Pritchard with a ball steal. Over the corner. Looks to Horford. Horford looks again at Hornet. Brown from outside. That rebounds and puts in by Andre Drummond. Here's George. The pass to Grimes in the land. He got it through. Biggest drive of the night. After Drummond with the assist. Just looking good out there. There's a little bit of a close range. I have the gap under 2 minutes. Brown decided to give us some more time effort. Looks to Pritchard, but the drive, he makes it scoop in. That one goes to Jaylen Brown with his first assist. First bucket puts in for Pritchard. Didn't really think he was going to settle in that time. It looks like they're going to try to keep it going. Timeout been called by Philadelphia Sixers with under 90 seconds to start in the first quarter of the game. We have a little bit of time to spare out there, but there is one way I'll have some improvable to show off with Paul George on the next intermission. And guys, we are talking about for our head coaches of the day, Nick Nurse, our famous of the legendary coach. He was able to help him out with his own courage after Doc Rivers was finished off with the season with the Sixers. It was no other way but that Nick Nurse has a lot of his quote to put in. It was happened. With our team, it's not really everything, because we know this that we have to do for him. I decided that nothing matters. He said when he making discussing the themes of the series. It's because when he makes it in, he has to say about this. He says, one of the things I do is to let the players play and the coaches coach. I place a lot of values on the pace of the game going after people. I think the game is generally changing so fast, right before our eyes, and because of this, we've got to be innovative. Well, the Nurse is definitely really what the analysts have to see things in there. It's just know to change up, and you have to play for it. If you don't have the right courage, you've got to keep trying again. With the league leaders for the Sixers, they are in last place, points off to the toss, last 10 games. Well, it seemed like a little problem out there. I have no idea what's going to happen. Drummond's teams definitely have to find somebody else to get through it. A nice three-pointer to start off with under 90 seconds to spare. Oh, man. Never seen never. That really starts it off with a great change. Gordon with a ball steal. On a cutting bound. Footer makes it in for Eric Gordon. That's another 2-pointer for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now Brown is right toward the other way on the other side. Brown decided to give over to Hauser. Hauser give it again to Horford. Horford moves the ball back again to Jaylen Brown. Needs some changes here. Here's Pritchard for an outside 3-pointer. It's off the rim and it's rebounded by Drummond. Lowry now finds again to Grimes for the 3. For the leadoff, no good. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Looks again at Pritchard. Pritchard gives it over to Horford. Horford around the back, and it's blocked by Drummond. That's his first rejection of the night. What they've done successful, changing the drive in. Oh, no way. That's no way. How do you do that? My goodness. Gordon to Brown for the buzz beater, and he will miss it. That ends the first quarter. The Grimes and her team are now tied with 13. The second quarter is coming up next after this. Hey, we just tuning in Philadelphia. We've got the same quarter coming in action. Biggest close game of the rivals. 13-13 to score. Yes, so far so good for the Sixers. They found a way to get right toward an open opportunity. There's no question that they're going to get this, but they've really been working a lot. Entirely, I definitely might think that the Sixers might have a strong effort. Hopefully the Celtics might keep it on happening out there. Oh, not my time much. You start for the Sixers and the Celtics. We have Jason Tatum. He's with Drew Holiday. Then it's White with on the other side of it, Jaylen Brown. And starting on the court, as we have a new replacement for Kristaps Porzingis. He's right toward in, as we have the start in for Quetta. Here comes Embiid. Drive in. Strong D by Jason Tatum. A little too strong to get started out there for Joel Embiid, but don't get started too soon if you're going to get to it. He gives it over to Brown, toward the corner. Gives it over, now finding again to Jason Tatum. Tatum to White. White back to Tatum. Tatum, back stepper for two. It's rebounded by Embiid. Here comes Gordon. On the finishing flow, trying to get to the rim. For the drive. A strong defensive effort for Derek White. Now he rolls again to Brown this time. Looks over now finding again to White. White over to Tatum. Tatum with a change-off. Around the back. Over for the two. Got it to go. Jason Tatum on the roll with 7-point game in. Just didn't start happening out there. Jason Tatum really must have got the flock of energy. Here's Maxey for the two. That's missed again for the Philadelphia Sixers. Oh, what's going on out there, Maxey? I thought you had that bucket in, but he looks like he just kind of whipped out. Tatum watching the flow. Brown now finds again to White. Looks over to Brown. Here's the three. That rolls in and out. Gordon right toward in the wing as he tries to give it over. Tatum with the ball steal. Here comes White. A finish off. Slow it down. That one puts in for White after Tatum with the steal. Just don't give an answer that look. Derek White's like trying to fly back. He's really not into it now. Just looking at him. Timeout being given by the Sixers with under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Just didn't start that well. I don't know what's going to keep on changing, but looks like they're going to have to try to keep on trying again. And now as we're looking in for Paul George, for the status of him, his last part of his school, he just makes it a nice change to have the effort. He does everything what he does for. And Paul George is one of our biggest American basketball players. Since he has been a 9-time NBA All-Star and a 6-time All-NBA teams, he's looking professionally after playing with at Fresno State. The biggest of the game here since it was selected in a 2010 draft pick. That's really what I was going to say now. I mean, when he played for much of his status, I have a lot of great range for him. For his last game against the Raptors, he had 14 points, just 5 out of 12 field goal range, and it was not really just how you have to respond back. PG-13 is really just on the biggest effort that he has ever been accomplishing for him. Now is this PG-8? Well, it's a big change-up that you have to believe on, because Paul George is definitely one of our biggest legendaries on the court. Gotta give some good effort in there. Playing back from the West Coast, and now he's back in the East Coast. Good line group substitution for the Sixers and for the Celtics. KP's back on court as Brown is already checked out, and a new replacement with this time, it will be Tatum. And for the Sixers, the other side, we have his Grimes and Gordon. They are checked out. Come back in as Paul George and Oubre Jr. Tatum trying to give over to Quetta. Quetta for the jump shot. He'll have his first two-pointer for Quetta. And the Tatum with the assist. Just don't have the right response. I mean, this really has to give someone else a hard time effort. Now they need to give somebody else an open feed. Here's Edwards. Undenied by KP. That'll be his first rejection on the Celtics. Oh, nice rejection on the block. That seemed to be Porzingis to give that one a good start. Maxey right toward the wing. Backstepper for two. Got it. Maxey has another two-pointer to give. 4:05 left to to go in the second quarter. Holiday looking around a little bit. Give it over again to Jason Tatum. Tatum trying to give over a backhand pass again to Cueto. Gives it again to Holiday. Over to White. For the 2. Off the rim. And it goes back to Oubre Jr. Got in motion. Finds Edwards for the 2 and a layup. Have it back. Fades on the shot. George for 3. Open look. Makes it in. Here, putting it back again. That's a 21-18 game. Oh boy, this is what I've been noticing. PG-13 must have been out there for some reason. They're every other high school games. Sometimes the All-Star champion doesn't happen to be anybody's game. They really got it all coming. Here's Cueto over Embiid. Solid D. That's a nice play by a defensive effort for Joel Embiid. Here comes George. Oh, he slammed it. He really makes a high flyer to put it back down by 1. And you can hear the fans out there rushing in some bigger effort. Jason Tatum's from the outside trying to give some opportunity to White. White over now to Holiday. Here's Cueto. Rejected by Embiid on an alley-oop pass. Maxey on George. George in trouble, looking for an open room. Going in with the back step. The leadoff is no good for Paul George. Cueto now sends it over to Porzingis. Jason Tatum, a dip over 3. Never missed here for Jason Tatum. He tries and tries. He misses and misses. That's what nobody has an opt in. They couldn't get that one, slow him back down. Wow. Tyrese Maxey. What a slam down. He's really giving it over after Paul George with the assist. Now the time has been given by Boston Celtics with only 2:01 to go. We are nearing the halftime mark. As coming up will be Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal with our biggest of our big rival matchups with the Sixers and the Celtics. There's no other way but they must maintain it the better way they have. But it's all what they choose for. Nothing gives up here. Yeah, you can definitely say for now, about the 76ers, they're really been pushing it a lot status. But it's no other reason why. No reason they're making this shot on the feed. They really have it all coming down. Hopefully there's another big change in that. We have to see what it brings in with our bigger lifetime. Is making new changes in with Peyton Pritchard. And the other way we have is Al Horford. Here's another chance to Holiday. Paul George on him. Holiday trying to get some move around the direction. Now again to Porzingis. Here's a shot for Porzingis. He'll dish it in. Number 2-pointer puts it in for KP. Has Drew Holiday with the assist. You've got to give some good effort out there. That really starts really well. They really think he was going to try to handle it that time. Yabusele is right over our line. Back to Kyle Lowry. Here's a dish out to Drummond. Give over back to Yabusele. The screen for Drummond. Rejected. Here's a 3. That first 3-pointer misses off for Yabusele. We're under 2 minutes as we're nearing a 1-minute mark in the second quarter. For the first half, he finds again Pritchard. Pritchard now got to settle it again to Drew Holiday. Looks over. Here's KP. Up it goes. But his drive went off the mark. Now it's back to Kyle Lowry. The dish over. Spin around. Looks over to Drummond. Drummond now finds Oubre Jr. 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Into our middle for the 2. Layup drive, no good. Porzingis with another rebound. It's hit. Rebound by Holiday. decided to settle down. Here comes Porzingis. With a finish, he got it through. Beating over Andre Drummond with the score. He has his second bucket. It doesn't really matter that most of the time. All you can definitely tell now is KB got a good, strong start. The pass to Yabusele. Up it goes. Misses. The layup. Misses again. He tried to handle it over, but it was not enough to beat over it. Sometimes it just didn't really happen. It didn't work really well. We've got to fix it. Celtics exit the first half with 25-22 score. It is a close game so far, but we'll have to find out what happens with the second half. We now stand over to David Aldridge on the court side. Hey, David.
Match here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them, hopefully start making some more.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you so much. Stand by for the halftime show. See you later.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. In the second quarter, they put in the work to create a slight scoring advantage. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
The passing is what kept the offense rolling. The communication has been tremendous. Guys are working as a unit and not as individuals. They've got to repeat that kind of ball movement in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and it helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And if you're just tuning in for the start of the second half, we welcome you back at Wells Fargo Center. Off to get started for the third quarter as the Celtics walk away with 25-22. And a status for Jason Tatum. He was pushing the effort. First half was a little bit started off to get of aggression, but it really took it out that sooner. Well, you see what Jason Tatum has really been pushing in? I have a lot of great range for him. He just have it all coming down, slicking the feet. He really had done it all. It's great. Impression is definitely for anybody that can definitely be out there. I really have a lot of great range for him. Hopefully he can try to keep the game out there for a ton time. Start off for the second half as Maxi's with Paul George. Oubre Jr. on power forward. Then we have it's across here is Paul George. And then for Edwards, Advance Embiid in center. Off to Oubre Jr. to start the second half of the game. Try to watch carefully. To Joel Embiid on Brown. For the drive, got it through. Joel Embiid pushing the process to start the second half of the game. Never mess up on Joel Embiid. If you're on a tall defenseman, get out. That's my job. Here's Brown right toward the outside. Looks over to Jason Tatum. Tatum. Step back for the two. Got another one in. That's another two for Jason Tatum. 9 points in this game. They didn't really have to slow that one down, that's for sure. Maxey on Holiday. A pressure not finding George. Screen on Joel Embiid. With a spin for three. Oh, it rolled off the rim. And it's rebounded by Jason Tatum. It was close. He was going to get the three-pointer in there. But that really took everything away from him. That was not enough. Reporter for David Aldridge talking to Joe Mazzulla about Jaylen Brown with the discoveration, and he didn't really think he was often that quick. It was not really easy, but they really keep on coming. But the timing was just how hard it happened. What you see here now, you don't play often, you don't get it done easy. It's a big straight. I mean, I have no other reason how is this going to happen. They really couldn't get that one here straight. So it looks like they're going to have to find another way to get through it. Porzingis now finds again to Brown. Brown Brown slides back. Brown now finds White. The bounce pass finds Jason Tatum. Side step 2, got it to go. He has been on a smokeout start. 13 points for Jason Tatum. Oh, just say about that. Jason Tatum got a little strong start. Maxey finishes off with a right-hand drive. He has 9. Just don't have the right courtesy to do so. Maxey is on a great feeling. Holiday now finds Brown. Brown looks to bounce past to Jason Tatum. Slides it back. Now finds it over to Brown again to Holiday. Holiday, nowhere in traffic, now finds Porzingis. Porzingis, over Embiid. That rolled in and out. Edwards with his own rebound. Now it's back the other way for Philadelphia. Sixers are trying to get into a tight score as a screen puts in by Embiid. Here's the slight pass. And denied by KP. KP looks over to Holiday to finish the drive. He will have a right-hand layup. And it's now another lead, 33-26. Timeout called by Philadelphia Sixers with 3:47 to go. It's a big block for the Celtics as they're putting it back in. Well, now you can definitely play it like that. What a block, and it's finished off. They're all walking away for it. Sixers are trying to get into this. Let's see if there's a power back. And a block. Got it all bleed green with the finish. The NBA on 2K Sports is brought to you by American Express. Don't live life without it. AT&T 5G. Connecting changes everything. And by State Farm. Call or get a free quote now at 1-800-STATE-FARM. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. New substitutions are on the court for the Sixers and for the Celtics. Eric Gordon's checked back in with the team. As Porzingis is checked out, and checking back in on the court is Cornette. Well, Embiid starts off here with under 4 minutes to remain. Embiid for the step back. Nice steal by Cornette. Cornette's got his second rebound of the night as he puts it back to White with 3:30 to go. White back again to Holiday. Holiday trying to give over again to Brown. Brown now finds Jason Tatum. Tatum up for 2. That misses again. Oubre Jr. with a nice defensive effort. Well, there's no path in open the rain. They're not picking things up. They have to find someone else. If they don't do it correctly, then they're going to have to get out of the way. White. Corner. Drew Holiday. Three-pointer catches in. It's a 36-26 game. Up by 10. Just couldn't stop that. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Drew Holiday seemed to be like they wanted to give that one up a break. White slows it down, now finds Cornette. Cornette. Give a good look to Brown. Brown sends it over to White. White. For the 2. Got it in. That's another cash in for the Celtics. 4 points for Derek White after the assist by Jaylen Brown. Tyrese Maxey right toward the outside of a wing. Tries to get the pass again to Grimes. Grimes on White. Here's Gordon on Brown. Gordon, finish off the drive. Puts it back. And the last touch has been broken up by the Celtics. It'll be Sixer ball instead to keep it alive. Well, no fans here. They just don't have anybody. And a status for Jaylen Brown on the points this season. 22.9. A slim lead over Trey Murphy III. Just really have to give all an opportunity range. I have a lot of great range on the feeling with Jaylen Brown. He's been so well. You have to give credit to him. And you don't have anything, you really have it all when you've been coming through. Holiday slows it down. Holiday trying to give us another open offensive look. Holiday, pass to White. White, back to Brown. Over to pass to White for the 3. Tries to go for another extension, but it's been cut short. 1:37 left to remain in the third quarter. Grimes is on Holiday. Grimes. Look the pass off to Embiid. Watching him for the two. Got it! Joel Embiid rolls it in. He just puts in another great point to put a setup drive. They really want him. Joel Embiid's my only process. Don't have any choice for that. Brown finds the pass to White. Drew Holiday's in corner. Need to give someone an open face on offense. Finds White. White. The bounce pass. Tatum over Oubre Jr. Set up for the great team for the Sixers as they're back again to Tyrese Maxey. Here's the finish. Slow it down. Point in. Dunk puts in from Maxey. Down by 2 for Jason Tatum. Oh my. There's a lot of great slam downs out there. They're really just keeping a flow on again. Finds Holiday. Needs some changes. Big change off to Cornet. The pass to Tatum. For 2. Blocked by Kelly Oubre Jr. Looks over. The pass back to Maxey. Just 20 seconds left. Maxey on Holiday. Here's the 3. There it is. Embiid couldn't get it back in. He lost his hand on the control and it goes right back over to the Celtics ball. Down to 3. Holiday with nobody around for the buzz beater, and he will cash it in. Just to finish off the third quarter, it is now a 40-33 game. Wow, that makes up a great change. They are just keeping it digit, running and running. Looks like it might be a time for one last quarter. We won't be returning back that long. Stick around, the fourth quarter is underway next after this. You're watching the Game of the Night presentation on the NBA 2K Sports. And a moment now to reveal the State Farm assist of the game. Now, taking a look over here, I have a little bit of a back range out there. When you see what Jason Tatum did, he just had to pass over to Jaylen Brown. This is what happened with the finishing drive. Count that bucket in 1. You have to play for it. That's what giving over with the direction. Change off skills, everybody's going to get there. It's now the fourth quarter. Hope you're having fun with us, and this is where the rival is putting in with the biggest matchup with Boston and Philadelphia. We start the final quarter here as Paul George is with the other team with Yabusele. Then Andre Drummond is right toward in the wing. Then we have it across the other side of the zone is Eric Gordon. And we have it from the center of it. Give it over is Kyle Lowry. Pritchard is with Drew Holiday. Kristaps Porzingis is in center. Sam Hauser's right toward the wing. And Horford is right up toward the center. Giving a screen off for KP. Here's the finish. He's fouled. That'll be Yabusele with his first personal. And her first team foul picked up by Philadelphia. Uh-oh, that sounds good afterwards. You know, Yabusele was going to try to go after him, but he went foul, and he just didn't have the right timing. You're not playing it so well, you got to get it over with. Drew Holiday at the free throw line shooting 2. This will give an extension up by 5 to get to 7 if he makes 2 free throws in. First free throw good for Drew Holiday. Paul George is checked out, and checking back in will be Edwards. As he moves it over, as Eric Gordon is checked out. Excuse me. He makes his second free throw. It's now a 7-point game, Boston Celtics. Now Kyle Lowry will have his own chance to Paul George. Will he get there? Yes, sir! That'll be a number 2 for Paul George. Kyle Lowry with the assist. Oh, excellent chance on the feed. This is what they always get. Pritchard going for Holiday. Holiday looking around. Open overhead pass to Porzingis. Porzingis. The back dish over down finding Pritchard. Pritchard. Here's a drive. Got it through. Pritchard makes another 2-pointer. That's 4 points. There's no question asking. Pritchard was up in a rush. He wants to get a drive done. He wants it. He just had it all coming back. Here's Lowry. And he is fouled. That'll be an offense on the Sixers. Andre Drummond has picked up his first foul. And now it changes over to Boston ball. Oh, you see what the fans are not even liking? They're not liking calls. That's bad news. They really just hated it. They didn't really like it at all. That's because illegal screening is not playing the right timing on any chance effort. They gotta find another way to try to avoid the screen. Bounce pass to Porzingis. Back to Pritchard. Find a shoot. Step back over Lowry. And another miss here for Boston Celtics. On his way down is Edwards. Edwards trying to get over this. Here's a shot. Denied by KP. Stepped out of bounds. It will be Sixer ball line. With under 5 minutes left, here's George. Here's a two, and he busted it in. He has another two-pointer basket. A 44-39 lead. Off to Pritchard. 4:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. The giveover again to Holiday. Holiday trying to wait for his own time, now finds again to Porzingis as he gives the pass over to Pritchard. Here's Hauser right toward Wayne. They'll give over to Horford, and he dishes it off. How did Sam Hauser do this? Well, it seemed like I thought he was going to travel for some reason, but that didn't really explain things really well. Looks like he wanted to hand it off. That said, go ahead, take it over. I got it through. George on Holiday. Screen on Drummond. No offensive foul picked up. He'll get a rebound, and it's back to Holiday. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter as he tries to give to Hauser. For the finish. The drive went too strong. Edwards is right toward the wing. Toward his own. Moves around Pritchard for the two. The drive no good. He will slam it back in. Oh man, he has a lot of great put back in for Edwards. He's knocking it through. Well, they're just trying to get over this, and he really wants to do this. That's because of just how Edwards is playing in with the big ring. Holiday passes over to Porzingis. Porzingis pass finds again to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Horford over Yabusele. That's a nice tee to put the touch. Now as Lowry got his own tee with only 3:13 to go. Here's Lowry. Lowry on Pritchard. Passes to Edwards for two. Layup drive. Went too strong. And Porzingis takes it over. Oh my. I don't know what happened to Edwards out there. He only had 1 out of 9 field goals. But he had way too many attempts. He now finds Holiday. Just 2:48 to go. He has it back again to Edward. To Hauser. Hauser right again to Horford. Horford up. Good to go. He makes another 2-point range. Just 2 timeouts between the two teams. Derek White looking for our next group substitution with only 2:30 to go. Here's Paul George. Will take his own timeout with 2:25 to go. There's no stopping this one. We really have to keep on pressuring it down. This is what happens. They don't play it that often. They just keep on losing it out. We'd like to remind you that we have our next game coming up here. As for next week, that All-Star break is finished. As we are back in for the club to get started for game number 11, we have our next game in action. The Jazz and the Rockets are ready to make their way to the next level at Toyota Center. Then following along with the next game, as we have, is the Clippers. They get on against the Indiana Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Coverage of each game will be starting at, one game will be starting here at 8:30 p.m. and the other game will be happening here at start at 7:30 p.m. That'll be all games right here, only on Son of Beast. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and keep an eye up to date by hitting the icon bell, and also like the video if you enjoyed it. And with all the videos out there, ITFT, it's time for a new series of The Object Show is on its way. beginning on March 1st, only on Son of Beast. Keep your eyes on the notifications so that way you don't miss out. And now chance now it's time to present New Balance Player of the Game. Tonight's game of the night goes to Jason Tatum. What a big chance opportunity for Jason Tatum. He really got it all. The big favorite player of mine. It really had to be all what you have to believe on. When you finish it, you've got to give it over. I love this energy. This crowd is putting up electric. This really has to give us our key to make it through. Here's Maxi's on Pritchard. As a reporter for David Aldridge, he's been looking in and forward to give it to Embiid a shot, but it's just hard enough to make the questions out of it. And this is what his quote would say this: we can't lose the effort there, guys. We have to go back into defense. We're really leading this one, but there's no way to try to turn back. We've got to push it up. Let's keep trying and get working on it, folks. Oh, Brown! Unbelievable drive. He makes it in with 8 points. That's just a crazy look. And beating over Embiid is impossible. You have no idea what's going on. That really got a great strength. Here's Embiid. Got it through. Timeout given by Celtics. 1:49 left to go in the 4th quarter. Just listen to the crowd out there. Embiid's on fire. I don't know what's going to keep happening, but they really been stepping the face in. Oh, wow. All we can do for you have no idea if you really have to give everything a shot for it. And for us being said right now, one of our biggest moments, Jason Tatum is one of our biggest stars out there. Do you really enjoy it or what? Well, I'd say now he's enjoyable. If you have a chance out there, who's your favorite player, Son of Beast? Definitely Tatum. I'm going to go with him because he's really like the biggest star that he's ever been achieving for. And the biggest All-Star game, he was just everybody's favorite. What about you, Nico? Well, I don't follow anybody, but I just really say that I got a good eye to keep. My favorite take is Jaylen Brown. You know, because of what happens now, I'll give a good supporter to Jason Tatum. He'll be fine. And over to you, Silver Spoon. What's your take? I don't really care. I just don't really watch it often, but I really say is that I choose here to be his going for the Sixers, but it's not my time wishing. I say Jason Tatum is definitely one of the biggest. I'm going to give him credit to that. Oh, wow! My goodness! That is just unbelievable drive. Yes, you did. You found it out that really ain't easy enough for Jason Tatum. He's slamming it big. Wow! I love the energy. He really got it all coming. Fouls picked up on KP. Second personal and a team foul picks it for Boston. Now it's Embiid at the free throw line, shooting 2 with 1:37.
For your Sixers, Joel Embiid. 2 shots.
Embiid, it's the first free throw. Really got it all calming down out there for a Sixer fan. They really say that Joel Embiid's been on a star. And for a biggest of the moment that you really have been seeing, how do you like Tatum? Well, Tatum really is definitely my favorite. I've got to give all of a good status out there. Since playing back in 2017 with the better part of a draft, I really have a lot of great range to give it to him. He's really one of the bestest. After Paul Pierce for retirement, I didn't really think he was ever playing that long. All you can definitely say now is like, give it go, look, Tatum. You give it all when you can. And I say now that big college fans loves Jason Tatum. He's been the best. I've had all of them with a great take out there. You have to believe on him if you really have to fight for every single step. Just don't have the right time to do so? Well, never really felt it was happening. I love Duke. It's my favorite of the team. And this really has to give that all a great celebration to give a good start up. Well, you may have never noticed out there. You've got it all what you did. Coming down toward the line. Jason Tatum's really like the biggest star. For the Blue Devils, Blue Blood Drive, and playing with along with the Rivals against the Tar Heels, I have never seen like they always do for. They've really been coming in back and forth. All I must have noticed this is what I've always have ever seeing this after Kelly Oubre Jr. with the foul. Oh boy, that team has definitely been erupted. Nothing really stands out. They really hate this. He will not get it this time, and this one will be back over to Sixers. 50 seconds left. They've got to find another way to get through it. And it's stolen! It's taken away by Brown! White takes over to Pritchard. Here comes Tatum. Tatum backs it up, now finds White. White, 32 seconds up, now finds Brown. Brown gives it to Porzingis. Over to Embiid. Tightness underneath by Embiid, just down to 23 seconds. They've got to get into a hurry. For the finish, rejected. Paul George, no corner, give it back. Maxey for three. That misses again. And Tatum will end it here. Final score 54-45. This has been the biggest disaster out there in the third quarter, but this one came back. Well, that's it. It's just all over. You have to believe in yourself. When Jason Tatum and the team, they've got to pull it up for the win. And now to send it over to the courtside with the player of the game, here's David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. We were too tense. We weren't having any fun. We started a lot more fun in the second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we hit some shots.
Well, it's good to know that you smile when you make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you very much. And how about wrap things up for the game of the night? Along with me, Son of Beast, Beat Phone, and Silver Spoon, this has been a presentation of the game of the night on EA2K Sports. We'll see you all again next time for another 2K Sports. Take care, folks. And so long in Philadelphia. All right, thank you guys so much. What a biggest on the play. Sixers shut down, got defeated by the Boston Celtics at Philadelphia. There was nowhere match that they've really been doing it for. And here's how they did with the total statistics, Tyler. What's your take here? Well, 51% for the Boston Celtics. They put the field goal positions. Only 20% for the Sixers. They've really done so well. Only 67 free throws was given here for the Sixers a long time with 10 fast break points. There was nowhere match. And it was only 34 points in the paint for Boston Celtics. They really kept them pushing it away. 12 second chance points, Philadelphia Sixers, they couldn't get that one here. We're done beaten over by the team. 12 points, even up for the bench points. And it was 20 on the assist for Boston Celtics. He'd been doing really well. 13 defensive rebounds, Philadelphia Sixers. Just keep them going. And defensive rebound was 25 and 25. They've really got to get through it. And then 5 steals happened with Boston Celtics. They just got it away with 4 blocks. That's a terrific effort. And 4 turnovers. We've really been pushing it over. 3 team fouls on Philadelphia. And 5 dunks performed for Philadelphia Sixers. 12 biggest lead for Boston with 16:07 time possession. Yeah, how do you feel about that, Clover?
Well, this is amazing. I mean, I've got to say now, the Boston Celtics are doing really hard on their work. I know you're in number 2 spot, but hey, let's give it a good Upton. You got a great team coming up. There's a long way coming down here. I got a great chance here. It's amazing. I love this team energy. They are doing so well. You've got to give some good effort. It's everybody's game. And looky is coming on your way next month.
Exactly true. Now it's time to present our next of the status. 3 star players of the game. Over to you, Clover. What's your take here?
Well, sure enough, I got a good saying about that, but they're saying it for now. I mean, this is what they always do for. Jaylen Brown with 10 points with 4 rebounds. He had pulls it in with 5 assists, but he had makes it over with 2 steals, and he really could have done anything. 5 out of 9 field goals, and he just really puts it up with a nice effort. He missed on everything with 3-pointers, but that's okay. He's done with 21 performance. Hopefully, it'll be next time for Anna Carey. Over to you there, Tyler. What's your take?
Well, my take over here is now going to be Tyrese Maxey with 11 points in this game, 1 rebound, and only 5 out of 11 field goals. He missed everything. He couldn't get the 3-pointers done. He just couldn't get it through. He really must have had everything to stop him bounding. 11 performance effort and 2 dunks remained. He couldn't finish the job done. And now over to you there, Terry, your first star player of the game. Well, I gotta say now, this really gets to give someone a good effort. And it goes to number 0, Jason Tatum. 15 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, 7 out of 13 field goals. Only 1 3-pointer was made. 23 performance with 1 dunk. You have to believe on. Everybody knows Tatum.
I love Tatum. He has been a better star.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up, folks. We don't have a lot of time to show you off. But in the meantime, if you're ready for the championship game, get ready. Because we have the USA and Sweden on its way. The USA and the team are ready to get this thing on, as Sweden is about to rematch things again in the championship round. We'll see you all again on the other side of it pretty soon, so you don't want to miss that one out, for the 4-Nation Face-Off Championship. It's going to be great! Hope you enjoy this one. In the meantime, we're wrapping it up here. Thanks for watching. Peace out for a while as the NBA Game of the Night on 2K Sports Style. This is Tyler Beast, and along with my broadcast partner with Clover and Terry Crews, we see you later, and so long in Philadelphia. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. See you next time.
If you don't, somebody will.